High Point students are familiar with the biology department, but very few are aware of the independent experiments that are going on inside of it. I got a chance to go into a laboratory and discover what they're discovering.
So this is our fish apparatus that is new to campus this year. Right now we have about 50 fish. Eventually we'll be able to fit about 1,200 to 1,500 fish. Students come in every day and they'll set up breeding chambers or they'll feed the fish, and then sometimes we'll have to do stuff with the staining solutions for testing for bone calcification. So there's pretty much something to do every day.
It's a really small program, so we get a lot of hands-on experience with the research. I feel like I've learned a lot more than I would at a big school.
Caring for the fish embryos can be an intricate and taxing task. But before they're ready to even care for the fish, they must first have an understanding of the equipment in the lab.
Water comes down and then it actually sits in these beads which have nitrifying bacteria which have filter it out. Then they go through a process of 3 filters, a UV light, a mechanical filter which gets basically the big stuff out, and then a carbon filter.
Though the everyday maintenance seems easy, the lab assistants encounter some rough waters from time to time.
We've had a lot of problems recently with parasitic infections. We're losing a couple fish a week, which shouldn't be happening. We had to figure out what it was, so we did research on what the parasite was and what we could do to kill it, and we found some anti-parasitic medicine, and we treated the tank, and they're doing much better now.
Though they're doing this research using zebrafish, the findings could impact the science community's understanding of the human body and its development.
So right now we're focusing on how estrogen inhibitors, or molecules that are similar to estrogen, affect bone calcification. So if we can figure out how these molecules either increase or decrease bone calcification, then we can either pharmaceutical companies can either use that research, or we can actually kind of design a medicine that can increase or decrease osteoporosis or bone calcification.
And it's important work because according to the National Osteoporosis Foundation, 54 million Americans are affected by low bone mass.
So as of right now, the experiment is still in its infancy, but keep an ear out for some incredible discoveries happening right here at High Point University. With HPU News, I'm Chris Grabert.